Welcome to Rippler, a physical modeling synthesizer built to recreate acoustic instruments and then go further with oscillators, effects, and modulation. Rippler generates its sounds through physical modeling, using modal synthesis and digital waveguides to build a bank of expertly crafted resonators, each tuned to its own frequency, amplitude, and decay time. Struck, bowed, or plucked, they behave exactly like a real physical object would. The result is a synth that covers everything from glassy bells and plucked strings to constantly evolving textures that simply can't be achieved by traditional subtractive synthesizers. To understand how Rippler makes sound, you need to understand the signal path at a glance. Signals from the exciter and noise modules flow into the two resonator modules. These then flow into the filters, followed by the effects, and then the output. Exciter modules can also flow directly into the effects. Oscillators 1 and 2 don't go through the resonators, but go straight to the filters. The resonators and filters can work in parallel or series. And the resonators can even feed back into each other. This whole setup is duplicated, giving you a second whole layer of the same thing, running into the effects section. Sounds in Rippler begin with the exciter modules and flow through the resonators. The exciter section simulates how a real physical instrument may be set into motion, with a mallet, a pluck, a bow, or anything else. These exciters go deep and let you use your own samples or even sidechain input. We'll go into that in another video. The noise section is another exciter signal, adding to the other with white noise, which can be filtered and customized. Both the exciter and noise modules can be routed directly to the effects by raising the direct out knob, or sent to the resonators by raising the output slider. It all really comes together when your exciter and noise signals get run through the two resonators. Each resonator acts like a resonator in a real musical instrument. Choose from strings, tubes, bells, plates, and a whole lot more. Here, we have a string selected for resonator 1 and a closed tube selected for resonator 2. Let's say we change the closed tube resonator for a membrane resonator. It changes the acoustics of our virtual instrument, making it sound like this. And when we tweak the exciter and noise modules, it changes the entire virtual acoustic system yet again. All four modules are acting together to influence the sound. Rippler works using a dual-layer architecture, meaning the entire signal chain we've seen so far is duplicated into two independent layers, layer A in green and layer B in orange, each with its own pan, gain, and effects chain. Each layer has its own bypass button, as well as a gain control, which can be automated for creating patches that evolve over time. Resonators don't have to work side by side. we can also run them in series, feeding into one another. There's something else happening here. The energy between them runs both ways, meaning they actually influence each other's frequency response, feeding back into one another to create a truly unique effect. Each layer also comes with 2 oscillators, running your classic wave shapes alongside the resonators. The 2 oscillators can run through the per voice filters or straight to the effects chain, depending on your filter settings, making them perfect for grounding a patch with a simple sub-bass. Now we've got our sound where we want it, let's use the filters to give us one more pass of shaping the sound. Each filter has a choice of types, between standard low pass, high pass and band filters, comb filters, analog style ladder filters, other vintage style filter types, and a vowel filter. Each layer has 2 filters, and just like the resonators, they too can run in parallel or series. Everything in Rippler can move. Envelopes, LFOs, random generators, MPE and macros are all available on the right-hand side, ready to be dragged onto any knob or slider. Every layer also has a vibrato effect that's enabled by default, tied to the mod wheel for extra expressive performance. All modulations can be viewed under the Modulation Matrix tab, where you can quickly reroute mod destinations and even modulate mod amounts. Each layer has its own effects chain in Rippler, and there's an additional master channel for those final touches. Each chain includes a reverb, a distortion, 2 delays, delay and bucket delay, a chorus, phaser, EQ, compressor, a tremolo effect, a granular resonance effect called particle, a tape emulation effect called magnetic, a stereoizer for making the resonator's mono outputs nice and wide, and a limiter. Everything you'd expect from a mix-ready effects rack with full control over signal flow. Finally, let's take a look at the Arpeggiator and System Settings views. The Arpeggiator turns a held chord into a moving pattern, with a multitude of playback modes and patterns you can switch between on the fly. Under the System Settings tab, you'll find advanced settings like MPE mode enable, custom tuning files, and velocity mapping. Now we've made our patch, let's head over to the Library tab and save our patch or browse through the hundreds of presets that ship with Rippler. So that's how to get started quickly with Rippler. But there's a lot more detail to go into if you want to truly master this synth. When you're ready, follow our next 3 tutorial videos where we'll go in depth with Rippler's signal flow, its sound producing exciters, resonators and oscillators, modulation, MPE control, effects and everything else.